Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back to the TheAngrymanChannel. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get that out the way early, man. Run my viewers up, run the likes up, run the subscribers up. Got a lot to say. All right, so today's topic is going to be how to get rich in 2023, or how to set yourself up on a good path to get rich for maybe later years, right? Let's start with the basics. So you need to get a second job or start a side business. So like me, you know, I make 6 figures at my primary job, but I'll still DoorDash, you know, Uber, all that type of stuff, right? So I use that money, you know, to fund my investments or to pay off some credit card debt, you know, whatever my purpose is at the time, you know. So the goal is to get 2 incomes, right? If you can, I'm pretty sure most of y'all, you know, can achieve that, unless you got kids and you a single parent, you know, then you might want to get a second, you know, work from home job or something like that, right? But you need to get some more income coming in, right? Because you need income to get rich. So second thing will be pay off debt. I'm not going to say, you know, aggressively pay down your house, you know, or your car note, things like that. But high interest debt, so credit cards, things like revolving credit, things like that with a high interest rate, because that interest is killing you. It's eating into your profits every time. So if you got, you know, an 18%, you know, credit card or whatever, that monthly payment that you sending in, especially if you send in the minimum, you're paying more on that credit card than you actually owe. So you want to eat up that high interest debt, you know, pronto, you know what I'm saying? So the third thing will be, once you get rid of the high interest debt, start investing, right? So you can start saving, but let me tell you this, you can't save yourself to wealth. You can't, because these banks is offering you, you know, 0.01% to maybe 4% interest rate on your money, just for, you know, trusting their bank or their financial institution to, you know, keep your money. But you got, you know, companies like Apple, Microsoft, Visa, you know, Costco, that's returning, you know, anywhere from 80% to 200% on your money within a 5-year period. So if you don't know what that means, right? Let's say you put, let's say you invested $1,000 in any one of these companies back in 2017, right? And you just put $1,000, you didn't invest any more, which I recommend, you know, you should be on the weekly, bi-weekly, monthly frequency of investing in the companies that you believe in. But that $1,000 would turn into $3,000 over a 5-year period, you know, with a 200% you know, return on investment. So that, you know, wildly beats out, you know, 0.1%, 2%, things like that. So that's why I'm an advocate for putting your money in the market, right? So let's talk about a company that I'm very fond of, right? And let me say this first, my disclaimer: any company that I share with y'all is not, you know, financial advice, and not a recommendation to go buy that company. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing, not what I would do, what I'm actually doing. So my top company right now is Google, right? Or Alphabet, right? Alphabet is the parent company of Google. Google owns, or Alphabet owns, YouTube, has a cloud business, a Waymo department, you know, with the self-driverless cars and all that. The Google search, you know, Google is massive, has a bunch of different companies, you know, within it, right? But Google is at a decent price right now, I think it's actually, you know, undervalued. So what you would do with the money from that second job is, you know, find companies like Google, right? Find companies that's undervalued or fairly valued in the market, because right now the market is going through turmoil. You know, we got inflation, you know what I'm saying, that's still high, but you know, it was through the roof a couple months ago. You know, right now we back on the downtrend, but you know, the market isn't going to come back until the Fed pivots, you know, until it start cutting the interest rate. So you got some time. You know, I think it'll probably happen the later part of this year, probably summertime, but you got a couple months to get in on these companies while they cheap. So, you know, let's get it, you know. Let me see, what else do I got for y'all? But look, I mean, the main objectives of this video, right, is just to teach financial competence, right? Because you can have $1 million, but if you don't know how to keep that money, if you don't know how to make that money work for you, you can blow that $1 million in a finite amount of time, and then you back to square one. That's why you see a lot of lottery winners, you know, they'd be broke the next year or two because they didn't know how they got that money in the first place. And they didn't know how to keep it. They didn't know what to do with it, so they just spent it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting a return on investment. So look, be frugal with your money. Invest in the companies that you know and love. And not only that, companies that's going to increase in revenue every year. You know, things like net profit, they have no debt, you know, free cash flow. Well, I say free cash flow over net profit. The free cash flow is increasing every year. They got a great, you know, CEO. Yeah, and that you understand. Invest in companies that you understand, you know. So if you're a female, you might know more about Ulta, you know what I'm saying, the beauty product, you know, company or whatever. If you're a male and you know about gaming and tech stuff, you might be looking into Microsoft or something, you know what I'm saying? Invest in something that you use, look at their competitors, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they're solid, that another competitor is not gonna come in and supersede them. You know, like Blockbuster. I know y'all remember Blockbuster. Some of y'all might be too young to remember Blockbuster, but Blockbuster got took over. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna watch out for the trends. You wanna have foresight, you know, so you can make money. And that's all I got for this video. But if y'all got any questions, you know, comment, you know, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And like I said, like and subscribe. I'll be back shortly.